the meeting this afternoon?
Well, our members, they considered the decision of the court quite carefully, and a recommendation from our state executive. The recommendation, of course, was to tell them to resume according to the decision of the court. But they are emphatic that they must continue with their protest against non-unionism.
It seems rather unfair that the religious beliefs of one man, and religious beliefs which have come under some doubt in recent months, should jeopardise the jobs and lives of 50 or more families and men. What's your opinion on this?
Well, we feel very strongly on that. These people come out in the open and say they're good Christian people. But people who have those views and will disrupt the lives of other people through their own, well, through their beliefs in their own particular sect, well, they're certainly not carrying out the Christian way of life as the majority of the members of our union know it.
Now, the men are going to set up a strike relief fund, have you?
We have put the machinery into operation this afternoon, and we feel quite convinced that we will get the support of all other unions as far as moral and financial support is concerned.
And do you think there's any possibility of the union protesting to the industrial court about this decision?
At this stage, that would be very difficult to state how we can go in the court. The company have already intimated, since I've given them the decision of the men, that they will take us back into court on the 109, which is the rule to show cause.
And do you think that they should sack this Blake Pickard?
Well, I think that would be the way out of it.
Site of the new oil drilling setup, which is just commencing near Maitland, and with me is the Chairman and Managing Director of Planet Oil, Mr. Fuller. Firstly, just what is Planet Oil?
Planet Oil is a public company listed on the Australian stock exchanges. It was formed early this year, and it holds oil exploration concessions in Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria.
And why did you choose this site just out of Maitland?
We have been interested in this particular area for, I would think, about 5 years. We acquired it at the time of the public company's formation, and since then we've carried out seismic surveys which have given us a lot of pleasant surprises, and the well site here is located on a large anticline, and it should, I think, have a very good chance.
Do you feel that you're on a sure thing?
Well, nobody can be on a sure thing in the oil business. It's purely the drilling that finds oil, and all the good geological and geophysical work that we and others have put into their operations don't mean anything until you drill to see what's below.
It's apparent to me that a great deal of money has been and is going to be spent here. How much do you propose to spend in this area?
I would think by the time this well has finished, we will have spent about £250,000 on the seismic surveys and in this area and the drilling of this well.
How far down do you think you're going to have to go to find oil?
Well, I would say there's chances from 2,500 feet down, and we don't expect to drill deeper than 8,000 feet.
How much do you think you're going to have to find to make it a commercial proposition?
Well, it would probably a 50 barrel a day well in this area would be a good proposition. The word commercial is one that has become purely a political word in Australia and doesn't mean very much anymore. But I would think a 50 barrel a day well would be very profitable if we found one here, and of course other wells around it to constitute an oil field.
Now here's Planet's drilling superintendent, Mr. Fergus Crawford. Mr. Crawford, you've been associated with oil exploration for quite a long time.
Yes, I've been in this business since 1928.
Mm-hmm.
I Roma born. I started in the boom there in 1928, and went overseas and joined a major oil company in 1937. And I've worked since then I've worked in Papua, in Borneo, Trinidad, Nigeria, and latterly in New Zealand.
You had some success in New Zealand, didn't you?
Yes, the first well we drilled in Taranaki for these companies produced with a big gas producer.
Well, from your knowledge, what do you think of the prospects here?
Well, from what we know from the seismic survey, I think the prospects are very good.
Could you tell us something now about the rig you'll be using?
Yes, the rig itself is a standard derrick. It's about 168 feet high as it stands. It's the hoisting gear on it, the drawworks, capable of pulling 4.5-inch drill pipe from 11,000 feet. It's powered by 2 diesel engines of 380 horsepower each, and they also drive a large capacity pump which will put out about 800 gallons a minute.
How many men will be employed here?
There'll be about 22 men on the site altogether.
And there's quite a lot of regular testing and checking that has to go on all the way, isn't it?
Yes, that depending on what is...
Strictly correct. They're really worse here in Newcastle than they are in the rest of Australia, but they're really worse than those figures indicate. I know this for a fact because I know Mr. Norbert Wright very well, who is in charge of the Adamstown Clinic. That's the school clinic, and there I know for a fact that of 600 children, exactly 12 of those children had ever had any fillings or any preventive work done before.
What, 2%?
2%, yes. 2% of those people. And They're just not interested. I think the public just don't care. They couldn't care less. They just don't bother having their work done.
Was that's the reason for the low percentage of dental carers?
Well, I think it is. People
Apathy.
just don't care. Yes, I think so.
And what can we do about it?
Well, we have a national foundation going now. The dentists have founded this. It's not in operation yet. We're still looking for a new director. But the dentists themselves in New South Wales have raised something like £300,000, and this will be devoted to public health education.
Not dentists?
No, not dentists. Oh, well, it will be allocated, some of it, for research work by dentists who will go overseas, and overseas men will come here in preventive dentistry, but the main function is public health education.
And does this include the advocacy of fluoridation?
Oh, my word, yes.
You think we need it?
Oh, well, there's no doubt about it. We do need it.